good, big dog? It's your boy Dre, and this is Shogun Army No Decaf 26.5. Topic of the day: bored with your dogs. Bored with your dogs. Sometimes people think they're collecting dogs for a purpose, when in reality, they are collecting dogs because they haven't found one that can keep them interested enough to focus. You're buying pedigrees thinking you're missing something when the total mix is right there in your hands. Top of the morning, everybody. We're going to cook on this today. Melee, what's good, big dog? Genetics rocking, top of the morning. Welcome, my brothers, welcome. Today, we talking about what happens when people get bored with them animals. Tony, what's good? Before we get into the details of today's topic, I got some dogs and some shows I want to give some kudos to. Let's start off with the current puppy of the week. This is Pitwise Kennels, Lady London. Lady London is a fantastic dog, a great looking puppy, and I can't wait to see her grow up. This is Garner's Broly, the dog of the week. Fantastic specimen of an animal and still got plenty of room for growth. These are dogs that will probably not allow their owners to get bored because they simply have a certain panache to them. The first show I'm going to talk about is the Howard Heinzel Memorial Show in Taylor, Arizona, also known as the Trapper Days Show. I've been there a couple of times. It's a good show out at Rodeo Park on 208 West Center Street. May 30th, 2026 at Aledo, Texas, 5050 South Highway 5. There is another fun show you can check out. Go out there. The numbers are on the screen to contact the show organizers. Make sure you get out there and check them out and support my dog at Fields Good Farms. Fields Good Farms. Finally, on June 20th in Peoria, Arizona, there's a pit pull, not pit bull, but pit pull, indoor weight pull. June 20th, 2026 at 8525 Grand Avenue, Peoria, Arizona. Hashtag be there. Yeah, man. See who in the building, man. Who in the building? Yo, yo, yo. Yo, yo. I see Walnut, PA in the building. Skip Bell, man. Welcome home, Skip Bell, man. Salute. Big C. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Big C say double tap, man. The screen is free. Salute that. Salute that. Do we got Uncle Willie in here? Oh, man. Uncle Willie was good, man. Long time no see, big dog. What it do? Yeah, man. So, we got all that stuff out there, y'all. And let me talk about this real quick. Okay. This topic came up, and this is a Dre's ideology. This Dre's thoughts, you know. So y'all gonna have to cook with me this morning. But I will tell you this. I will tell you this. Uh People get bored with their dogs, and we're gonna discuss it. If you know that you got the time to handle the dogs, if you know that your moves with getting rid of them and culling them or whatever it is you got to do is beneficial to your program, I ain't talking to you. So stay out your feelings. We covered feelings for 2 days. Now it's time to talk business. Let's get to it. First of all, let me ask you something real quick. How many dogs have you seen come and go out of your yard or your homeboy's yard? Not because they were bad dogs, not because they couldn't perform, but because you just got bored. Today we're talking about something a lot of people won't admit. What happens when a man gets bored with his dogs? And I'm not talking about dogs in general, I'm talking about the dogs you have. And this is why people keep buying these dogs. We're gonna get into this whole topic and we're gonna break it down for you like a fraction. What happens when a man gets bored with his dogs? Because this isn't just about dogs, y'all. It's about discipline, identity, and how you move as a man. I've seen a lot of people go through 10 dogs in a year, new pedigrees every month, a new favorite bloodline every season. And they'll tell you it's about improvement. Let's be honest. A lot of it is just boredom. The pattern. This thing happens in a pattern, y'all. And we are creatures of habit. We all are. We buy a dog. Typically, the puppies are the ones that suffer from this. We buy a puppy. We get excited. We have all these fantasies in our head about how it's going to be, what it's going to be like. And then we lose interest. And here's how it usually goes: you buy the dog, you're excited, you're posting about it, you're showing it, you're talking big. This one right here, this the one. Man, this dog on another level. He's just different, bro. I'm telling you, he's just different. We've all heard it, yo. We've all heard it. And then what happens? A few weeks go by and reality sets in. This dog isn't magical. It requires more work than I thought. I got to be more consistent because it has an imbalance in its stomach or a skin irritation, and it eats up my time. It don't fit into the plan that I had for my life, adding this dog into my life. Instead of leaning in, you start looking sideways, and the dog start looking like more of a liability than a piece of your program. I knew a guy. He had a solid dog, great structure, good mind. But guess what? He got bored, not because the dog changed, but because of the novelty of it wore off. Next thing I knew, he was talking about a new bloodline. Man, these dogs from over here hitting different. So he sold the first dog. 6 months later, he did the same thing with this new thing that's hitting different. Different dog, same problems. Now, one of the things that you cannot prove without proving it is the illusion that the blood is better or the dogs are performing better. I have seen dogs out of the same litter go to homeboys in the same camp. One dog does well, the other dog doesn't. They might farm each other's dogs out for breeding purposes or whatever. And the dog may just be struggling with the camp, or excuse me, your yard in the camp, not the whole camp. Some guys are better handlers. Some guys have better nutrition and cleaner yards. Some guys just bond naturally with animals. Y'all ever seen that movie, The Patriot? That's a great example. Like that movie, this would have hurt me, but dogs will be dogs and people will be people. So in the movie, The Patriot, right? There's a scene where Mel Gibson's character, I forget his name, but Mel Gibson's character steals these two great names from the British people, right? And he keeps them, he feeds them good, but they living in the swamps now. They living out in the swamps. These dogs have been living in a mansion, but he treats them different. And he goes back to negotiate with the British people. And he says he's bringing the dogs back. And he negotiates with the British people, and they're thankful that he brought the dogs back. And when he walks out and he whistles, and the dogs leave right back out with him. They don't want to stay where they was at originally. They want to be with Mel Gibson. He gave them what they needed. Now, I see a lot of men that if they homeboy bond better with a dog than them, or they see like a family member bonding better with a dog than them, they would have that same kind of feeling like, man, I don't even want this dog no more. He ain't my dog. He for everybody. So uh that's just a little inject right there. But yeah, yeah, man. But the illusion of better blood is something I wanna cook on as well, man. Paul Johnson, welcome. Pitbull Pound, welcome. Salute, salute. Let's talk about this obsession with new pedigrees and bloodlines. This is where boredom disguises itself as progress. You might even hear people saying stuff like, I'm upgrading my program. I'm adding up new genetics. I'm leveling up. You'll hear people say stuff like that, man. Genuinely. I'm leveling up. Let me change this. If you never stay with something long enough to understand it, you're not building a program, though. You're just collecting moments. And that's scary. To me, that's scary, y'all. It's dangerous. But yeah, these are things that worry me. These are things that trouble my mind. These are things that sometimes I can't seem to get around. And it's important to me to share these topics with y'all because these topics are the ones that a lot of times people, your friends, your family they'll never talk about with you. Especially if you're as set in your ways as some of us can be, and you ain't willing to listen. Hold on, y'all. Got a message. Hold on. All right. So yeah, respect Pitbull Pound. Respect, big respect. Let me drop this link too, man. Yesterday was great. If y'all didn't catch yesterday's episode, it was a great episode, man. My brother, Big Toyo, came on the show, and it was just a fantastic environment, man. A great environment to be around. I miss kicking it with my brothers on screen with y'all and our back and forth and our banter. Um, and I bet y'all thought because I was a few minutes late this morning I wasn't going live again, but nah, man. I'm gonna tell you right now, your boy, man, was feeling good, man, feeling good. Walnut, man. He says, "What up, Skip? What up, Big C, man? What up, both of y'all brothers, man?" Um, but yeah, that's what's up. Let me see. But what do y'all think of these topics, man? Make sure y'all leave in comments about these topics. Uh, these are ones I just wake up and whatever's on my mind is what I talk about. Um, so yeah. Now here's some stuff I'm about to hit some egos and attack. I'm attacking people right now, y'all. I'm going into attack mode. So if you're watching right now, put your helmet on. Let's get on the field. We talked about men getting rid of their dogs. Let's talk about what real neo dog men don't do. They don't get in bored. You're invested. There is a difference. Boredom comes from chasing excitement. Investment comes from chasing understanding. Because you really lock in with a dog, you're seeing layers. Appreciate that, Skip. Thank you. You're seeing layers, not just the dog, but what it can become. You're seeing potential, not ambition. Anybody can go buy a new dog and feel motivated for a few weeks. But can you stay with the same dog when it's not exciting? When he hits a plateau in learning where he just needs to grow a little bit bigger to do the things you want him to do. He ain't big enough to turn the slap mill yet. His baby teeth ain't fell out yet, or his adult teeth ain't set in his head yet. You can't do no tug of war. You shouldn't really be working the spring pole with him. What are you doing during this time frame? Anybody can go buy a new dog and feel motivated for weeks. But can you stay with that same dog when it's not exciting? Well, progress can get slow. You can get frustrated. And sometimes when nobody's watching, you don't want to go out there and pick up that poop. It's easy to get on the screen for 10 minutes or 20 minutes on Facebook or YouTube and make it look like you do this every day. But do you do it every day? We all fall short. But are you sticking by your dogs, or are you just looking for a dopamine hit? Discipline over them dopamine hits. Yeah, we like them photos to go viral and get a bunch of likes and people appreciate the work. But what about when you think you put in enough work and you don't get that result? Do you get bored? Do you think it's the dog? Do you think it's you? What do you do? That feeling you get is dopamine. And it comes from things like getting a new dog, a new subscriber, a new pedigree, starting a new conversation. It feels real good, real good. But what about the discipline of it? Discipline don't always feel good. Typically, you don't reap the rewards of the good feelings of discipline until after you've applied it for a long or extended period of time. Discipline is quiet. It's repetitive over and over and over and over again. It's showing up when there's nothing to show. Man, who wants discipline? Mm, but everybody needs it. And most people, they're addicted to feeling not committed to the process. I had a cousin, he hit me up one time. He said, "Man, I think I need a better dog." So I asked him, "How long you had that dog?" He said, "Man, it was about it was about 4 months." So I was like, "Bruh, you don't need a better dog. You need more time, because 4 months is not even enough to scratch the surface on that dog. You're still in the honeymoon or frustration phase. You haven't even built a relationship yet." This is what boredom really says. And how do I put this on y'all? Let me get my thoughts together. Pitbull Proud says, "Mama of 8 pit bulls. It's a discipline." Yes, ma'am. Salute to that. What boredom really says about you. Let me say something that might hit just a little different. If you keep getting bored with your dogs, it might not be the dogs. It just might be you. The same way a man moves with his dogs is usually how he, or in the case of women, she moves in life. You start something, you get excited, you lose interest, you move on. Now I'm about to hit some of y'all where it hurt. And if you take it personal, take it personal. I'm gonna disclaim it. I'm gonna put this disclaimer on here. I am not talking about any individual. I'm talking about patterns that I've seen. But take it how you want to take it. How many people y'all know? I got family members right now. I have given them a place to stay. They, yeah. Imagine it, a couple months to get on my feet. You know what I'm saying? I pitch them a load of gas money, get to work. They get a new job. They excited for the job. Within the first week, oh man, I hurt my back. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't know if this is a workers' comp scam. I don't know if they really hurt. I don't know what's going on. Within 2 weeks, they fired. Before they get a full paycheck, they're fired. Man, I just need a few more dollars, man. Can I borrow your car again to get to work? You know what I'm saying, man? Lose interest in the job again. Boom. I'm gonna start school this time, man. You know, the jobs wasn't for me. I gotta get to school and open up the market by going to school. You know, I'm gonna get that Pell Grant, go to school, drop out at the first semester, owe money back to the school, et cetera, et cetera. Those are the same people that are getting rid of these dogs, bro. Those are the same people that get the dogs and they can't lock down nothing. You know, they got a new girlfriend every month. They love her. They bring a new girl around the family every month. And I'm not talking about the player. We're not talking about players. Players, you know, what I'm saying they got that's a different game. I'm talking about the guy. He really likes this girl, but is not consistent enough to maintain a relationship. So he's bringing different girls around his kids or whoever it is that he's close to, and they so tired of it. They stop learning the girls' names. That's how we feel as your homeboys and homegirls when you bring around that many dogs. If you bring them in and get rid of them that fast, I'm not learning their names. You're not building a legacy like that. You're not. You're not building a legacy. What and I will give you this. If you're buying them, you're getting money. I will say that. If you're the one buying them, you're getting money because it costs money to get these dogs. But yeah, man, that was just. But new job, new hustle, new goals, same cycle. This is 100% bigger than dogs. This is about your identity. Are you the type of person who builds something over time? Or are you the type of person who chases the next thing when it stops feeling good? Was you on Red Boy Jocko last year? Now you on Eli. And next year you're gonna be on Bolio. And next year you're gonna be on Soros. Now mind you, ain't nothing wrong with liking all these bloodlines. They all put in work. But you was just a Jeep guy last week. You just like Black Dog last week, but now the Buckskins is popping. Now you're a Buckskin guy. Yeah. Your program looking just as shady as you do. Shifty, not shady, shifty as you do. Are you the type who chases the next thing when it stops feeling good? Real builders, they stay, they refine, they adjust, and they learn. They don't run every time things get uncomfortable. What real progress looks like. Real progress. It doesn't look flashy. It looks like a continuously improving yard, the cleanliness, the chain setups, the kennel runs, the quality of the treatment of the diatomaceous earth, clipping trees that hang over your dog's cages because literally squirrels travel in those trees and drop fleas and ticks into your yard. Ensuring that stray animals have no free floating food in your yard to come around and bring diseases to your yard. Properly vaccinating your animals. Man, come on with it. Appreciate that, Big C. Thank you, brother. Herders and Bulldogs, welcome back. Welcome, brother. Real progress looks like the same dogs over generations getting better results, same bloodlines, deeper understandings of the bloodline, the individuals. Everything you needed was already there. So what? This one was low energy. There's a puppy in that same litter that's high energy. Mhm. But you get rid of them puppies so fast you don't know it. Same routine, stronger discipline. That is how you separate yourself from just another puppy buyer. Not by what you keep bringing in, but by what you stick with. So check this out, y'all. The next time you feel the itch, that feeling like you just gotta have something new, ask yourself this: am I actually upgrading, or am I just bored? If I can't stay committed to just one dog, I'll never be able to build something real with 10. Anybody can start. Not everybody can stay. Ooh, man, that should be a t-shirt. Anybody can start. Not everybody can stay. And that transcends into one of my other biggest arguments is the loudest dog ain't always the best dog. Anybody can start, except for a truly cold dog. Anybody can start, but not everybody can stay. That literally is like the embodiment of what I believe gameness is, right? And so, man, that's hard. Yeah, that's a t-shirt. That t-shirt will be dropping today, y'all. That t-shirt will be dropping today. That t-shirt will be dropping today. Anybody can start. Not everybody can stay. Man, thank y'all for that. That was muy caliente right there. Anybody can start. Not everybody can stay. That expresses human nature. That expresses dog nature. That expresses the nature of life. Ooh, yeah, these other boys be kicking my butt. Because about I go in about 45 minutes. I hit the road after breakfast. And then I'm at work until 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And it's currently 4:33 my time here. So yeah, I be drained here. And then everybody wants to hang out and party, but I don't know if any of y'all travel, and that's what's up, Skip Bill. You get one on the house, brother. Um, that's one of the things where here, okay, anybody can start, not everybody can stay. Man, Pitbull Pound with a $35 super chat. Salute, tip. Hey, anybody can start, not everybody can stay. That's man. Thank you, genuinely, thank you. I appreciate that. Ooh-wee. That's 2 t-shirts right there. That's 2 free t-shirts right there. That's easy. You just covered two t-shirts. That's shipping and everything. Thank you. Skip, you're one of them, and just let me know. Skip, you got my email and stuff. But yeah, man. Thank you so much. Uh, so we get per diem when we travel out of state. And if you've ever been like in construction, like I know my cousins and them, they do construction and stuff, and they get per diem too. So, um, how per diem works is you get a certain amount of money that your business or company says you're allotted per day, and you you can spend it as you see fit. Now, my company, my business that I'm with, they they don't they don't take the money back that you don't spend. So whatever you don't spend on your trip, you get to collect those funds, right? So what a lot of people do is they're like, well, I'm out of town, my family ain't here, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna splurge, I'm gonna eat this and I'm gonna eat that. And they'll spend all the per diem and some of their personal money. But me, when I come into town like this and we get per diem, I will go get sandwich meat and cheese and bread, and I'll make sandwiches to take to work, and spend maybe one day's per diem, and it'll get me through the whole week. So I mean, I'm talking about with everything like deodorant and toiletries and all and everything. I think I might have spent maybe $100 this whole week on everything I needed to survive this week, right? And the reason I'm bringing that up is that statement we just made: anybody can start, but not anybody can stay. Everybody gets here with the same amount of per diem, right? But some people will leave here in debt because the casinos and the entertainment things are there. And I don't mind going out and taking pictures. I will go out and take pictures here. Like I'm in San Diego, so like the San Diego Zoo, that's a must. You know what I'm saying? That's law. But I've done my research. Thank you, Pitbull Pound. I really appreciate that support and just want to say thank you. I'm not on my computer right now, but I this is what I normally would wrench you up, and maybe I can go back and catch the replay and do it like that. And now I just want to say thank you for that. And Big C, the same thing. You know that normally you're watching. I know you're watching from Samurai K9 because I don't have a wrench for you over there, but I have a wrench for you on Shogun Unlimited. So salute. But yeah. So anyways, I'm here in a place that's quite expensive. San Diego's not nearly as cheap as Tucson, but I'm just giving you an example of staying the course. Like, yes, we're talking about dogs, but the ideologies transcend animals and go right into human life, right? Making better animals through making better people, and making better people through making better animals. These are facts. These are facts. Like, they correlate. One does not dictate the other one, but the skills it takes to be consistent with dogs are the same skills it takes to be consistent with self-improvement. And that's what I'm talking about. Like, the self-improvement is what's important to me. The self-regulation is not fixing everything because I call it out. It's about being aware of it. And once we talk about stuff on these shows, and then you catch yourself doing it, that's all that I want. That's all I want to happen. Man, I was just about to get a new puppy. And I'm like, you know what? I think I am just bored. And you know what? We was talking about it on the show the other day with Dre, um, and you may still get the puppy because, your heart and your mind, they have to align. Sometimes your heart outweighs your mind. Sometimes your mind thinks you're out of it or thinks you're into it. But when they align, it don't matter what I say or what nobody else say. You gonna do your thing. You gonna do your thing. There we go, Big C. Look at that membership right there. Salute. But yeah, man. So back to the trip. So here, right, the San Diego Zoo is free for military members once a year. Well, I'm only gonna be here this one time this year, so I will go use that free membership, right? And that's almost a $200 value when it comes to parking and all that stuff, that for free. So I get to say that per diem, and when I get home to my family, I can come back better than I left just by managing myself and regulating myself and staying out my feelings like we was talking about yesterday. And man, Big C said, salute to everyone. I was showing the other channels some love and interaction. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I appreciate that because that's gonna build that other channel up. It's gonna build it up. Croc Bull in the building was good, big dog. Salute. Shout out to Croc Bull with Big Prodina, man, and Diamond. Great looking dogs, man. Shout out to Big C too. Big C, man, Big C coming hard this week, man. This next puppy show gonna be hard. Um, and since we on that topic, let me plug this real quick. So the Digital Dog Show is now monthly, and it's the same chats. I just changed the name of the chat to Dog of the Month and Pup of the Month. Still drop your photos in there and everything. And I see that the Digital Dog Show, a good buddy of mine, I know he doesn't watch the show as much, but I hope he catches this portion of the show. The Digital Dog Show, the video contest, that is reserved now. That's gonna be reserved for head-to-head competitions. I'm gonna end up changing it to Samurai Kennels, the Showdown, right? Where this is where if you want to call somebody out and y'all want to go head to head, this is where you do it at, and it's a lawful. These are all lawful things. So like, no blood and guts. This is YouTube. We want to keep it. We want to keep PG-13. Um, but yeah, like if you want to call somebody out, you can just drop the video over there, and obviously make sure to call out, and we'll do it. We'll score it, and I do a whole show of just comparing the two animals and the two kennels, and we can go ahead head for head like that. But yeah, like the photo contest is significantly better for everybody's time and enjoyment. So that's what I'm doing is monthly and quarterly photo contests, and those will turn into the annual photo contest. Once again, if you got dogs and you're being consistent with them, man, I would say every 2 weeks I would be taking photos of them. The photos aren't just for the post. The photos are so you can track changes in your animal. Um, I tell you, one of the biggest forms of accountability that I see with people who post their dogs a lot. If you got, fur falling out from like collar rash or things of that nature, one, it forces you to actually deal with it because you like there's nothing worse than I'll get to it tomorrow. When it comes to dogs, there's nothing worse than I'll get to it tomorrow. And like it becomes a life cycle, you know what I'm saying? But collar rash starts or they got a sunspot and you can see it when it starts. And if you take that photo, other people gonna see it too. And when you post that photo again, it better be some kind of treatment going on or some kind of improvement. Or people like real dog men are gonna hold you accountable. They're gonna call you out. You know how many times I posted a picture and I've gotten comments that hurt my feelings, but it was the truth. Oh man, that collar too loose. That's what's causing it. Raw material. You know what I'm saying? Man, that dog is gonna bite right through that kennel. That actually happened, by the way. I got feedback. They said the dog was gonna bite through the kennel. I didn't believe it. The dog bit through the kennel. Right. So um the constant posting is another form of account. It's like going to the gym. Like I share my fitness app off my Apple Watch with my family, and they can see when I go to the gym when I don't go. Oh, and I get that text message. Oh, you didn't work out today. It hurts. It hurts. But that's what we talking about, y'all. Like you get bored with certain things or you burn out. But anybody can start. Not everybody can stay. That's the topic for the rest of the day, man. Like I'm gonna be dropping that nugget on my troops and everybody at work. Anybody can start, but not everybody can stay. And I'm gonna put this link back in here. If anybody wants to come up, you can. Um, my notes, I've used all my notes for today as far as like what I had to talk about. So I got free time now, so I'm just kicking it with y'all. I like to give y'all approximately an hour in the mornings. It don't have to be, but getting those watch time hours up on Samurai K9, I need about an hour a day. Give about 5 or 10 people an hour a day. By the end of the year, we'll be monetized over there too. Yeah, salute everybody, man. Melee was good. Melee, I hope Masaki's doing good for you. For those of y'all who don't know him, the great brother Melee, he he got one of the Saki Kazi pups, and he's been husbanding that dog, and that dog is doing very well. I couldn't be more happy with the person the dog went to because he did not get bored with the dog. He took that dog, and he is keeping me updated on it, and I thank you, thank you. I'm not no big time breeder or nothing like that. I put a couple dogs together that I liked, and I wanted some good brothers and sisters to have a chance to put their hands on one and see if they could keep them from getting too bored. Keep them from getting too bored. So thank you, Melee. Genuinely, I appreciate that. Um, but the digital dog show chat is blowing up right now. It is blowing up. Let me see. Let me see what y'all got going on over there. Did y'all? Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah. They're shooting their shots over there at the digital dog show, and I'm glad. That's cool. That's cool. Uh, I guess they're trying to say the people want more. They want more. So we may have to keep the digital dog show video competition going as well. If they're gonna keep posting them, I can do something with it. Um, the term samurai means to serve, one who serves. So if the people want if the people want to be served and they want a digital dog show with videos, then I can put one together. I'm not opposed to doing it. It was just the videos were coming in so few and far in between that I kind of got disenchanted with it, but not bored. Not bored. That's it. Not bored with it, but just keep doing a digital dog show. And you know, there's only two dogs in there. I would like to have 5 to 10 dogs per show to make it the competition even worth it. Um, make it a good competition, make it fair, make it fun, make it exciting. Don't want y'all getting bored with it either. I'll tell you what happened with me, my story of boredom, since we on the topic. When I would say I got bored the worst boredom that ever hit me was when I first started buying dogs. In my first year, I bought over 10 dogs, man. In my first year, I bought over 10 dogs. And most of them didn't stay in my yard, but about at 3 to 4 months. So that was I was talking about me. For those of y'all who wondering like if I would sneak this, and I don't need to sneak this. I got enough problems myself that I don't need to sneak this to get it out there. So I bought that $100 puppy. Her name was Misha. Then I bought I thought Brindle looked good, so I bought a Brindle dog. Her name was Duchess. She wasn't what I wanted it to be. Then I got Roscoe, and I got Sasha, and I got Red, and I got Dirty Red, and I got Angel, and I got Sirius Black. See, I like Sirius Black. He was good. He stayed. He ended up going to another guy because the guy knew more about dogs, and I wanted to see what he could do. Um, but all these dogs I purchased within a year's time frame. You know what I'm saying? All these dogs I purchased within a year of each other. And then I finally got some money and I got my first two paper dogs, and they came from my mentor. And so I wasn't gonna sell them out of respect for him, and I kept them and I watched them and I fell in love with them so much so that I got one tattooed on my chest, and that kind of changed my trajectory in how I handle dogs after that, because I'm not gonna lie, I got the first 5, 10 dogs, and I wanted to just get a good dog and breed it and sell good dogs, and I was like, man, you know what it is, man. You hood hoop dreams. But I grew through that, and I learned, a valuable lesson about, sticking out or doing the research before you even get the dog to make sure that the dog can meet your criteria. And all of those dogs, man, to me, I bought every one of them because I like the way they look. Because I didn't know nothing about papers, so every one of them was bought because I like the way they looked, the way their parents looked, and got bored with them. Most of them wouldn't even tug. You know what I'm saying? Like I like dogs that tug, and when I see them, when I would see other people's dogs hanging off, jumping up and biting the little rope on a tree and tugging and looking all athletic and stuff, I got jealous, man. It made me look at my dogs like, man, what's wrong with y'all? And the whole time, it wasn't nothing wrong with the dog. There was something wrong with me, you know. And then I started getting dogs with tug on stuff, but I didn't know how to build up their confidence to tug. So like I would be tugging too hard early on and not knowing about their TP and setting their head and stuff like that. And it would turn them off. They wouldn't want to tug no more because I was hurting them. It wasn't a game. It wasn't fun. I was doing this for me, for my ego, because I wanted to be able to show off with my dog biting on stuff and tugging on stuff. And the whole time, a dog biting hard ain't just genetics. People say that, but a good hold, every dog that I've ever, every dog, every pit bull, anyways, that I've seen has the ability to bite and hold something and come off the ground with it. The proper encouragement is all they need. Most pit bulls can support their body weight. Uh, most pit bulls can support their body weight when it comes to a tug of war game. Most of them can. They're genuinely an athletic breed. It's like most people can, even if they can't do a push up, they can rest in the push up position for a few seconds. Or if you can't do a pull up, you can hang from the bar typically. That's right, Big C. It looks like they do want to continue the video contest. And then Pitbull Proud said, respect, acknowledging what they need exactly. But you have to have enough knowledge to acknowledge what they need from you. You have to have enough knowledge to acknowledge what they need from you. And sometimes you just don't know what you don't know. But yeah, like you ever seen somebody tugging with a puppy with a rag and they pull out the puppy teeth? Um, that that emotional trauma from the puppy losing his teeth like that could cause that puppy not to want to tug as hard as you want it to later on. So it's very imperative. It's very important that that you take your time and learn how to raise a dog up and build that confidence. Most of the stuff my dogs do, I wouldn't even say it's special. I would just say it comes from not getting bored and learning how to get them to do what I wanted to do. Mike Dan was good, big dog. I'll give you another example. I bought a treadmill, electric treadmill, right? And this is just me. This is me. I see a lot of my brothers posting videos with electric treadmills, and I'm about to get on y'all heads, boy. Like there ain't nobody getting spared. If I ain't gonna spare myself, why would I spare you? But OG Mike Dan, it is good to see you here, brother. Salute. I bought my treadmill back in like 2017, 2018 for my Malinois Shepherd Cross, not even for pit bulls, right? He would not touch that treadmill. And thankfully, I had so much training in him that I was like, I don't care if you run a treadmill or not. This is my dog. And this is how you should feel about all your dogs if they're good, if you love your dogs, right? So the treadmill sat there. I was going to sell the treadmill, right? I had put it on Facebook Marketplace. I was going to sell the treadmill. Got Bacardi. Pit Bull. Got Bacardi. She ain't want to run on the treadmill. So I'm like, okay, this treadmill thing, and mind you, I don't want them running on the treadmill hooked up with a leash. So this is where I may differ. Like some guys can do it with a leash. I don't want no leash. Um, because I'm very, very public. If you do it with a leash, that's cool. There's nothing illegal about that. But I'm looking for something different for my dogs personally, right? So I want to see them want to do it, and I want to see them want to be able to stop when they want to stop. I want to see how much they got in them, not how much I can push them to do. I want to see how much motivation, how much drive they got to do the work. So, anyways, so what I did was like, okay, neither Bacardi nor BJ started off as puppies with the treadmill. And this is I'm about to give y'all a real secret for those of y'all with the emails out there. When I have a litter of puppies, as the puppies are being whelped, even before their eyes open, I will cut on the treadmill and let the motor run for hours a day so that as the puppy's ear canals open up, the sound of the treadmill is something that is natural to the puppy. Like literally before the puppy can see or even hear good, that sound of the treadmill is part of their natural environment, right? The motor don't scare it. Now the motor scared the other two dogs that grew up without it. Okay. So at 8 weeks old, when my puppies are getting they second round of shots typically, I'll start. There's a picture of Michonne and Kamikaze, that litter. I put all 5 puppies on the treadmill with the treadmill cut off, just so they could feel the texture of the treadmill, right? And then once they get their third set of shots, and by then I've been playing tug with them and everything, like getting them, letting them go up and down steps and over hills, and they had that rambunctious nature where they're not scared of their environment anymore because they believe they can dominate everything in their environment. I built their confidence up. Then I'll bring out the treadmill and cut it on, but I won't force them to get on there. And they'll, the puppies that want it, they will go over there and investigate the treadmill when it cuts on. Oh, that's what it is. They might put their paw on it or whatever. They might bark at it. But that puppy's showing interest in the treadmill. This takes time. Right? And so, okay, so I'm like, okay, cool. They ain't scared of the motor. They investigating it or whatever. Cool. So then, usually with the puppy that I want to keep or the puppy that's going to somebody in a camp, I will make sure that puppy is bonded to me. If it's going to somebody else, I don't want it too bonded to me because I want them to have the ability to create that first initial strong bond, right? Like they all know I feed them. They all know that I give them their shots and stuff like that. But like the ones that are staying close by that I'm going to be around their whole life, I put a little more, not like effort into keeping them healthy, but put a little bit more effort into building a relationship with them so that if I need to watch them or something like that, I can watch them, or if they need to bring them back to the yard for a little bit, they can do stuff like that. But anyways, um, once I find a bond with them, this is where bond training. I was talking about bond training. Bond training, you can't be bored in bond training. It requires time, effort, and energy. And so, what ends up happening is the puppies that are bonded to me will follow me no matter what. They just keep following me around the yard, and then you will know when the bond is strong enough because when you move, that puppy's gonna move. If it's an indoor dog, you go into another room, that dog is coming. That's when I know the dog is ready to go on the treadmill without a leash. So what I'll do is I will put the puppy on the treadmill without it running and make sure the puppy's going to run straight ahead toward me on the treadmill. And then I hit the power button and the treadmill starts to go. Sometimes the puppy will slow down, but usually if they're going to come, they're going to come. They don't even realize that the treadmill is moving. And I slowly increase the speed until I find a speed where that puppy can't just run off the treadmill. And I keep it there, 10 seconds, 20 seconds, maybe however long I can keep him from going off the back and keep him from being able to run off the front of the treadmill. And I encourage him. You might see my hand. I might go in there and, block him just a little bit so he can't run before I can get the speed up. And after about 2 or 3 sessions of that, the puppy just gets it. The puppy just gets it. And then it's not, then I don't get bored so fast with the dog because now I giving the dog a new skill. But long before it sees the slap meal or weight pulling, it sees the email. And as each skill is built, it builds onto another skill. That's how you keep from getting bored with your dogs. You find what works for you and your dogs. I shared what works for me. And because I know that process usually takes them from birth to about 4 months to get them the way I like them on the treadmill, I know that's the start. But also in that time frame while I'm doing that, I'm teaching them to sit for the first time. I'm teaching them to down for the first time. Every interaction is meaningful, not just because it makes me feel good, not just because it releases that dopamine, not just because I'm able to take pictures and post pictures on Facebook and YouTube, but because literally every interaction, I'm like, okay, we can do this now. Okay, we built this skill that allows me to do this skill. Being able to sit means I can teach him how to stay. Being able to make him stay away from me means I can teach him how to recall to me. Being able to recall to me means I can start teaching him how to heel and walk beside me. Being able to heel and walk beside me means I can start teaching him how to walk off leash if we're going in a hunting situation. Every skill that you teach this dog builds upon itself. I never get bored with my dogs because there's always something I need to work on. There's always something I can add or improve to make my dogs better. And I don't need to buy new blood to do it. Everybody can start. Not everybody can stay. That's the message of the day, y'all. It ain't just boredom. Everybody can start with these dogs. Not everybody can stay. Man, it's been Samurai Canines. This been Shogun Unlimited. This been the Shogun Army 26.5 no decaf show. I genuinely appreciate y'all. And that not everybody can start, not everybody can stay shirt will be getting generated today. It will be getting generated today. Um, I'm gonna pick a dog from Dog of the Week. I'm gonna cartoonize that dog. So it could be your dog that gets selected to be on the t-shirt. For those of y'all who haven't seen it, I got my Samurai Canines t-shirts and Samurai Kennels t-shirts with Saki cartoonized. But um, yeah, man, it could be your dog. So just when the shirt drops, let me know. You know what I'm saying? And uh, if you want to custom with your dog on there, you know what I'm saying? Let me know. We can see what I can do about that as well. But yeah, man, Skip, hit me up so I can get you right. But usually when I put out a t-shirt, y'all, the cheapest it's gonna be is when I first release it. Most of my t-shirts are like $40 or $50 on my website, and I'll tell you why that is. I would rather sell you a t-shirt than I would sell you a dog. So I'd rather sell one good t-shirt for a really expensive price one time than to sit here and try to hustle puppies online. That's my personal thing. I look at it like Nipsey Hussle. He's like, if I can sell 100 CDs for $100, and he did this by the way. This is my business. If he can sell 100 CDs for $100, that's $10,000 instead of trying to sell a million units at $1 a piece, right? Which is it's a much more difficult thing. But thanks, Mike Dan. I appreciate that. And Mike Dan, I actually changed the t-shirt brand, the t-shirt type to a better. It's pre-shrunk now, and it's more true fit because like some of y'all was saying like it was maybe a little bit shorter, or just like the XL, the XL or double XL fit, like maybe like it should have been a little bit bigger. So I did swap that out as well. I took the feedback from y'all on that, and I changed out a lot of the t-shirts. The hoodies were pretty good. For my hoodies now, I go about one size up, and the reason why is I like to be able to wear stuff underneath my hoodies. But yeah, salute to all of y'all the t-shirt stuff. And then if y'all like the t-shirt giveaways and things of that nature, what'll end up happening is it'll either be a PayPal. I'll end up sending you the PayPal or the Cash App and let you order it yourself. Some of y'all's addresses are crazy to put into a computer, and I'd rather just like I let you deal with the headache of where you stay. It's like how sometimes when you was drinking, they would say like pour your own miseries. Yeah, that part. I also want to give another shout out to somebody, man. And I hate that I waited this late in the show to do this, but I will do it, man. Quick, what's good, big dog? Schoolcraft Kennels, man. Schoolcraft Kennels, my guy. I got my package from you, bro, and I just want to say thank you, man. Thank you to Schoolcraft Kennels. Schoolcraft Kennels is a fantastic manufacturer of all things dog related products. He got the new chain setups, the new clamps, the new man. Yeah, check him out on Instagram. Schoolcraft Kennels. That's SKOOLKRAFT. Schoolcraft Kennels. Check him out. The brother, man. I'm telling you, Schoolcraft gonna be the reason why I become a multimillionaire. I'm just be real with you. So if y'all want to get in on this investment, man, holler at me offline. But I'm pushing Schoolcraft Kennels. I'm pushing Grit and Steel Kennels. I'm pushing them to the max. So more details on that. But I got an idea, and I see a very, very lucrative opportunity. So definitely. But speaking of that, I do have hides available again. 35 for 1, 45 for 2, 50 for 3. And literally half of that is shipping, because shipping in the US right now is atrocious. But yeah, man, the shipping is included in the prices. That's why the prices are so high. Usually it's about $19.95 just to ship. So and then once you pay taxes, it's a little over $20 to ship. So the hide themselves are not what's killing you. It's the shipping on the hides that's killing you. But yeah, so if you want to support, you can support that way as well, and a copper hide. And when I get back, when I get back to Tucson, I'll be making videos with my hides that I have with my dogs, and showing you the durability of it, practical uses, and all that good stuff. But yeah, all right, I'm done. I'm done being a salesman, y'all. I'm done trying to get your money. So, but I do have to plug that stuff in there, because people won't know if you don't show them. So that's what's up. Anyways, man, y'all know how I end the show. I always end the show with a prayer, in the Christian watchword, and then the Neo Dogman chant, the Shogun Army chant. I usually say, for the love of the dogs, and then whoever's with me would say, for the love of the game. That's our chant. So that's how we do it. And so here we go. For those of y'all that pray, please stay. If you don't pray, or you don't do religion, that's fine. I don't hold it against you at all, but please don't hold it against me that I have a belief. May the Lord watch between you and me while we are absent, one from another. Amen. For the love of the dogs, for the love of the game. Peace.
Yeah, they wasn't with me when it wasn't no shine. Now they pop up like, bro, we aligned. Lie on my name, let the rumors ride. That ain't my people, that ain't my kind. Samurai Cannon, who we built off cold. You either solid or you fall. If you ain't speak when my name got dragged, don't say my name when I get that bad. Yeah, they was cool when the door stayed open. Soon as it closed, they started joking, smiling at pics, talking behind back. Same one stretching off the contacts. Use my name for their little clout runs, then play dumb when the truth come. Spread fake stories, half-ass facts. Now it's quiet when I double back. I don't argue, I let time talk. Same dudes broke while I still walk. Same lane, same code, no disguise. You showed your hand, I read them lies. They wasn't with me when it wasn't no shine. Now they pop up like, bro,